The forest knew Thorn. He was king, a gentle giant. Antlers, wide and strong, crowned his head. They spoke of age, of battles won, of wisdom earned. Thorn moved with quiet grace. His eyes, dark and deep, saw everything. The forest creatures, big and small, respected him. They understood his silent power, his connection to the ancient woods. The leaves whispered his name as he passed. Sunlight, filtering through the trees, painted his coat a warm brown. He moved with purpose, his large hooves barely making a sound. Thorn was one with the forest. He embodied its strength, its resilience, its peace. The forest was his home, his sanctuary. He knew every twist and turn, every hidden stream, every clearing bathed in moonlight. He was its protector, its silent guardian, and the forest in turn whispered its secrets to him, shared its ancient wisdom. Autumn arrived in a blaze of color. The air grew crisp. The leaves, painted in shades of red and gold, danced in the wind. Jacob, the hunter, walked with purpose. He was a man of the woods, lean and weathered. His eyes, the color of the forest floor, held a deep respect for the wilderness around him. Jacob was no stranger to the forest. He knew its rhythms, its dangers, its bounty. But he took only what he needed. He hunted to feed his family, not for sport. His heart held no malice, only reverence for the creatures he lived among. He moved with the silence of a whisper, his footsteps light on the forest floor. He carried his bow and arrow with care. They were tools of survival, not weapons of destruction. Jacob knew the weight of each life he took. He honored their sacrifice with gratitude. The trail wound through the trees, a silent path through the undergrowth. Jacob followed, his senses alert. He breathed in the crisp air, the scent of pine and damp earth. A twig snapped in the distance. He paused, listening. The sound came again, closer this time. Then he saw him. Thorn stood in a clearing, a majestic silhouette against the setting sun. His antlers, like branches reaching for the sky, seemed to hold the last rays of light. Jacob froze, his heart pounding in his chest. He had heard tales of the great moose, the wise guardian of the forest. He lowered his bow, his gaze fixed on the magnificent creature. Thorn turned his head slowly, his dark eyes meeting Jacob's. The air crackled with unspoken understanding. Two beings, hunter and hunted, connected in that moment of shared existence. Time seemed to stand still. The forest held its breath. Jacob stood his ground, his respect for the creature before him overriding any instinct to hunt. He saw not prey, but a being of immense power and dignity. Thorn studied the hunter. He sensed no malice in the man's stance, no greed in his eyes, only respect and a deep understanding of the forest they both called home. The moment stretched, an eternity suspended in the golden light of the setting sun. Then, with a slow, deliberate turn, Thorn moved deeper into the woods. His message was clear. He had seen Jacob, acknowledged his presence, and accepted his respect. The forest exhaled, the tension broken. Jacob stood transfixed, the image of the majestic moose etched in his mind. He felt a shift within him, a newfound understanding of his place in the web of life. He was not just a hunter, but a guardian, a protector of the delicate balance of the forest. He lowered his bow, a sense of peace settling over him. He'd come seeking food for his family, but he left with something far greater. He carried with him the weight of Thorn's gaze, a silent reminder of the respect owed to all creatures. From that day forward, Jacob hunted differently. He took only what he needed, always mindful of the delicate balance he was part of. He became a voice for the voiceless, a protector of the forest and all its inhabitants. Thorn continued his reign over the forest, his wisdom growing with each passing season. He watched as Jacob became a steward of the woods, teaching others the importance of respect and balance. Theirs was a bond forged not in conflict, but in mutual understanding. The forest thrived under their shared guardianship. It stood as a testament to the power of respect, a reminder that even in the face of difference, understanding and harmony could prevail. The hunter and the hunted, forever linked in the heart of the woods.